scanning now. What's the buzz? We're breaking it down. Rings radar, hear the tone. Where the real conversations are known. Stay tuned, stay near. All the signals coming through clear. Rings radar, we're live. Feel the energy, feel it now.
What's good, YouTube family? When y'all get in here, please let me know if you can hear me because I can't hear anything on my end. And as a matter of fact, I might have to start the stream all over again. Let me see. If you're in here with me, let me know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me okay? No. I see you, Sko. I know you was in here earlier, but I just got a feeling because my intro didn't play well. My internet has been acting foolish. I just don't know if y'all can hear me. So I'm about to check it out myself and see if y'all can hear me. It's not saying that I'm live. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear me. Okay, good to go. Good to go. So, welcome in. Welcome in. Today is, if y'all do not know, it is International Women's Day. And I got a special show for y'all. So now normally y'all know on Rain's Radar, we're talking about trending topics, relationships, culture, and all the tea. But I wanted to switch it up a little because when I started looking into some of the women whose ideas like shape the world we live in today, I realized something. A lot of the things that we use every day come from women whose names are where most of us were never taught about them in school. And I thought, so let's talk about these queens tonight. Let's talk about 4 women who literally like changed the world. And I've got a couple of short videos for each woman so we can see their stories and see what kind of impact they made. But I also want to hear from y'all in the chat tonight if y'all are in here with me because, some of these inventions, they might surprise you. You might not know, you thinking a man may have invented them, but really it was a woman. So the first woman we're going to talk about is Marie Curie. She was doing scientific research like back in the 1800s. And that already sounds impressive, right? But what makes it more impressive is that when women weren't really welcome in scientific spaces like that back then. So she had a mind that would just not be ignored, right? She became fascinated with something called radioactivity. Now, I know that sounds like science class, but what she discovered helped scientists understand how radiation works, right? So that eventually led to treatments that doctors still use today to fight cancer, which means something she started researching over 100 years ago is still saving lives today. So I'm going to play a quick video about Marie. We're going to add her to the stage and we're going to play this quick video about her right quick. Let's play it.
Curie, a name synonymous with scientific brilliance, was not just the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, but the first person to win 2 in different fields, physics and chemistry. What fewer people know is that her pioneering research on radioactivity cost her life. Curie handled radioactive materials like radium with no protection, unaware of the dangers. Her hands were often burned, and she carried radium in her pockets, leading to severe health issues. She eventually died from aplastic anemia, a disease caused by prolonged radiation exposure. Yet her notebooks remain so radioactive that they're stored in lead-lined boxes to this day. Marie Curie, a name...
All right. So that's a little bit about Marie, right? Let's see. Hold on. Let me get everything back up here. So she just wasn't just smart. She was fearless. And sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from people who are willing to ask questions nobody else is asking. She became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, And she is still the only person to ever win Nobel Prizes in 2 sciences, which is physics and chemistry. So that's, that's amazing feat in itself. So let me ask y'all something in the chat. The people that's in here with me, I see Sko was in here. Sandra, you're in here. Link Dog is in here, and Fireball Movies. He said you have an amazing smile, very interesting, and I wasn't aware of this. Thank you, Fireball. I really appreciate that. So, did y'all already know about her, or is it the first time y'all hearing about her story? And while y'all are answering that in the chat, I'm gonna move on to Mary Anderson. Mary Anderson is somebody's who invention you probably use this week, especially with all these storms that are going on, all these storms that we got going on around here. Um, she was in New York in 1903, and she was riding on a trolley during a snowstorm. And the driver keeps stopping, getting out, wiping the windshield. And Mary's sitting back there just thinking, there's got to be a better way to do this, right? So some people notice problem, and Mary Anderson, she decided to solve one. So I'm going to pull her up, and we're going to listen to her story right quick. Let's see. Let me find where I put Mary at. Let me pull her up. There she is. Share this tab. And we're going to put her up on the screen. Just like this, like so, like that. And we're going to play her video. I thought it was very interesting. I didn't know a woman had created
She's going
that.
to New York City on a trip. She's in a trolley car. It's snowing outside. And she's realizing that those trolley cars having to stop every few minutes so the driver can remove the snow off the windshield. She's like, there has to be a better way. So she returns home to Alabama, comes up with her own design. Basically, it's a lever that you pull inside the car and it manually moves these rubber blades, windshield wipers. She thinks it's brilliant. She creates a patent, gets it approved, takes it to manufacturers and says, hey, you should put this in your cars. They don't like it. They think it's dumb. It's a waste of money. We already have a system in place. We don't need it. She holds on to this patent. Nobody's interested. 17 years later, it expires. That's 1920. 1922, Cadillac comes out and says, hey, we actually think this is a good idea. Installs windshield wipers for the first time in all their cars. Mary doesn't get $1. Do you know the story of Mary Anderson?
And isn't that sad that she invented that and she didn't even get $1 for her invention? That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the part that gets me. When she presented the invention, companies, they rejected it. They said drivers would find it too distracting. Meanwhile, today, every single car in the world has windshield wipers. So the next time it rains and you turn your wipers on, just remember that idea came from a woman watching a snowstorm over 100 years ago. So, did y'all know a woman created windshield wipers? Because I definitely didn't learn that in school either. And I'm going to move her right along to Hedy Lamarr. She was an actress and an inventor who helped inspire Wi-Fi technology. And she was a Hollywood actress in the 1940s, one of the most famous actresses in that era. But behind the scenes, she also had a brilliant engineering mind. She was During World War II, she helped develop a communication system that prevented radio signals from being jammed. And now that might sound like military technology, but let's watch this video. So I found a video that tells her story as well. So we're gonna let me pull Hedy up. And then hold on, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Okay, there's Hedy. So we're gonna play Hedy and listen to her story right here.
41. Hollywood star Hedy Lamarr wasn't just acting, she was inventing. Along with composer George Antheil, they both patented a spread spectrum technology to stop enemy jamming in World War II. By the 1950s, the military adapted it for secure communications. In the 1980s, engineers explored it for wireless data. And in the 1990s, Dr. John O'Sullivan and his team developed the breakthrough that became modern Wi-Fi. So while O'Sullivan's team invented Wi-Fi, Lamarr's idea helped shape the wireless world we live in today. Now, every business needs an online presence. Click the link in my bio, and let's build you a website.
We ain't
In
worried about building a website. All right. So, Mrs. Lamarr, that technology eventually became the foundation for things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. So technically, a Hollywood movie star helped make the internet connection on your phone possible. Now that's a plot twist. So if you're in the chat, let me ask y'all this. What surprised you more tonight? The windshield wipers or the fact that Wi-Fi traces back to a Hollywood actress? That's a woman. And last but not least, my favorite, because I'm a astronomy and I like NASA and space exploration and all that good stuff. Last but not least, I have Miss Katherine Johnson. Miss Katherine Johnson was a NASA mathematician who helped send humans to the moon. Now, when people talk about the space program, we usually hear about the astronauts, but behind the scenes, there were mathematicians calculating the exact path spacecraft needed to travel. And those numbers, they had to be just perfect. Because if the math was wrong, they wouldn't come home. The astronauts wouldn't come home. And Katherine Johnson was one of those people responsible for those calculations. And now let me pull up her video. Uh-oh. And it started playing. We on. There we go. Let me pull y'all up here. Pull her up here so y'all can see what we got going on with Miss Katherine Johnson.
Johnson, a mathematical genius who made moon landings possible. Born in West Virginia, 1918, Katherine had a knack for numbers from the get-go. Even in the face of segregation and prejudice, she found her place in NASA's Space Task Group in 1953. Here, she co-authored 26 research reports and was instrumental in the Mercury and Apollo programs. Want more in-depth historical tales? Subscribe to our newsletter. You'll find the link in the bio.
All right. Miss Katherine, she was one of the mathematicians. If y'all ever seen the movie Hidden Figures, it goes into good explanation about the computers, as they were called back then. They computed those mathematical calculations so our astronauts could reach the moon. Now here's something I do love about her story. Astronaut John Glenn, he was about to launch, and the computers had already calculated the numbers, but Glenn said he wanted Katherine Johnson to verify them herself. And that's how he trusted her mind. And those calculations helped guide that mission and eventually put humans on the moon. So if you're in the chat and you're still here watching me, I wanted to make this quick live. I knew it would be under 30 minutes. So which woman tonight inspired you the most? Marie Curie, Mary Anderson, Hedy Lamarr, or Katherine Johnson? So I would say, honestly, Katherine Johnson, because I think back in those days when all that was going on, nobody expected a woman, let alone a Black woman, to of her mathematical expertise to help land astronauts on the moon. Although there's some controversy around there about us landing on the moon. So tonight we talked about women whose ideas changed the world, a scientist, an inventor, a movie star turned engineer, and a mathematician who helped guide astronauts through space. Different lives, different paths, but one thing in common. They looked at the world and asked the question, what if this could be better? and then they created the answer, of course. Let's go. Thank you. So make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. It's free as always. And of course, if you are rocking with me, as always, I have a royal maintenance fund that's been activated. At the ticker at the bottom of the screen that's scrolling across, I have a lashes and lip gloss fund. And if you would like to contribute, because I'm not fully monetized, the Cash App is right there. And it would be greatly appreciated to make sure these lashes and the lip gloss stays on point. But thank y'all for coming. The people who have been in here, I really appreciate it. Today was International Women's Day, and I wanted to highlight some women who are some great inventors. And also, if y'all did not know, I did run across a woman who did invent the dishwasher as well. But I did a little bit of research for y'all and gave y'all 4 women who their inventions changed the world. And as many of y'all know, I am part of the Raw Society Coalition, and that consists you know what? I don't even know if I have do I have that banner in here? That background in here? I do. Y'all check this out. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna remove me. Oh, you know what? I hope y'all heard all that. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I didn't want to get into the controversy of women's rights. I wanted to focus on women inventors, innovators, and women who have made a difference in the world and things that we still use today, as far as, the windshield wipers and the radioactive things for cancer, for radiation for cancer, and Wi-Fi, of course, and space exploration. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I appreciate y'all coming. I still see there's a few people in here. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Hit me up on Instagram at Conversation with Soft Rain, and I'll see y'all next time.
Rings radar, scanning now. What's the buzz? We're breaking it down. Rings radar, hear the tone. Where the real conversations are known. Stay tuned, stay near. All the signals coming through clear.